You're listening to Until They Sleep. Please note, this programming may not be appropriate for younger listeners.
In this episode, we discuss the reasons that we did not finish recording in 2024 and missed all of December. We also discuss various topics that we think you guys might like to hear us talk about. Please chime in, and thanks for listening.
Hello and welcome to Until They Sleep. I am your co-host Daniel, joined by my lovely wife Chantel.
Hello.
And it's been a while since been here with you guys. There's a lot of things that have happened while we were gone, which is part of the reasons why we haven't put anything out there. So first of all, Merry late Christmas. Happy second year anniversary to the Until They Sleep podcast. Yes, we're still here. We're not calling it quits. As you know, we're just a husband and wife. We talk about everything and anything. Talk about our kids, talk about life.
Mostly our kids and life.
Yeah, things going on in our lives. That's what moments to catch up with one another. If it's the first time you listen to us, thank you for giving us the time. And we touch about subjects that, about family, mainly family, right? So, so
Happy
we apologize.
New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year's. So the last time we put anything out was back in November. It was for Thanksgiving. Our lives have been hectic.
And sickly.
Sickly. We've been trying to record for a while, but one thing after another happened. So thank you for the love and support for all of you that still send your screenshots and let us know that you listen to us. Much love. Thank you. I hope you all had a great time, a safe time. I hope you are all feeling well. I know there's a lot of sickness going around, and we've suffered from it too. So follow us on Until They Sleep on Spotify, YouTube Music, wherever you listen to your podcast, on Buzzsprout, and also on our social media.
Instagram,
X. So, yeah, we're here for you guys. Wifey, I've been rambling for a while, so feel free to jump in.
Well, I mean, we're just going to kind of catch up. I mean, we've all been sick this holiday season. It was one person after another. Let's see, two of us were down with a fever. I'm still congested, and I got sick right after Christmas. And so luckily you guys didn't seem to get too congested.
No, I just had a surgery.
Yeah,
that was about it.
That's right. You had surgery. There's a lot that happened in the month of December that involved with our health.
Yeah, so yes, I've been bad, and I haven't been following my old lifestyle, and I've been cheating here and there and having different meals.
A lot of here and there.
And so it took a toll on me. I started getting gallbladder stones, and I was they kind of disappeared almost for almost a year when I was being kind of decent back to the diet.
Yeah.
And then I decided to start cheating again and having some pizza here and there and sandwiches and
I didn't think you were being that bad.
And they came back. I started getting gallbladder pains.
I still think it's all the hot sauce you like to eat, but
that's part of it. And so I ended up having a pancreatitis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Woke up one morning. I went to bed not feeling good. Woke up in the middle of the night, and I still feel like crap. And woke up early in the morning, and it got way worse. I had to wake up my wife. She had to rush me to the ER. That was a fun experience. And next thing you know, 2 days later, I was getting surgery, and I feel way better. I didn't want to do it at first, but I am completely glad I got it done for now, at this moment. So that was the beginning of ours. The worst thing about it was that day of the Army-Navy game, and I was looking forward. I've been planning for a big old thing since I'm a former Army guy.
He's in the, we're like in the lobby, and he's just like, let's see if we can watch the game a little, even though he's in pain.
I felt horrible. It was one of the worst pains ever. Definitely. It's worse than a broken bone. My gut started failing. My pancreas started failing. My kidney started failing.
To clarify, though, it didn't rupture, because there's people out there who've had gallbladder surgery because their gallbladders have ruptured.
Yeah, mine was something else. It was
Yours, yes,
my pancreas was failing.
But it was pancreatitis due to blockage.
Yeah, blockage from the gallbladder.
Yeah, so you had a gallstone, I guess, that was passing, and it blocked.
or it came
the
out or
duct.
scratched my pancreas. There were so many things they
Yeah.
were saying. I mean,
It's
eventually,
what they think happened.
yeah. I had all the works done, of course. One of my test results were like off the charts, so that's when they kind of realized what was going on, and they had to flush my system.
And I guess it was done with a robot, like
yeah, they had like
robotic
little,
surgery. It's
kind
like
of like Star Wars. You know
video
how the
game.
surgery when they when Amidala had the babies and they had that surgery.
I don't know. I had never heard that. All these surgeries are now performed by animatronic arms or robotic arms, and that the doctors really are just playing video games, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
during
they're just
surgery.
it's just like virtual reality, right? I guess they wear gloves and they control the little robots.
I don't know. I didn't look
Like a
into.
drone.
I didn't look into how it's actually done. It's
I
just
think
kind of
that's
what
what
they
it is.
told us. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So yeah, that was that, and then of course I came home and I was down for. Mainly, this all happened right before
Right
Christmas.
before Christmas.
A week
yeah.
before Christmas, I think.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
and,
It happened a week before Christmas.
And then the kids and the wife were still working, so it was fun. My first day home, I fell off the bed trying to go to the bathroom.
I know. I had to go to work. The kids were at school, and yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
sucked.
hard
And
for
then
you.
we decided to go to TJ for Christmas Eve to see some family we haven't
The
seen in a
first
while.
time in 8 years that we've been
So,
down to Tijuana.
That was good, but unfortunately, one of my little nephews was sick. I think that's where it all started for us. I wasn't feeling good by midnight.
Yeah, I think it was just too much for you. And everybody told you that it was a bad idea
Yeah.
to come a week after surgery, but you were determined to make it happen. I kind of felt bad because I think your sister had planned for us to spend the night, and with you not feeling well, and the kids actually weren't feeling good
No.
either.
No,
So,
and that's where it started. Our baby had a fever for a week.
well, we got home, and by that was a Wednesday, Thursday, and anyways, she ended up with a fever for almost 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. It was
Yeah.
it was scary. It was up.
It was like come and go.
Yeah. And then it happened to the wife,
Yep.
and then that was also pretty bad. And so instead of trying to
was
be
down
in bed
like
and recoup,
3 days.
I was feeling way better, but I had to step up and try to help out with the other kids and help out my wife too, because she looked pretty bad. Her and the baby were kind of like at the same time. And so, I mean, how many other husbands? I guess like I think it's a common thing now that men actually try to step up and help out, right? I hope they do.
I mean,
you know?
it's my understanding that it's just
But it sucks, right? It's got to suck. I mean, it's got to suck even for the moms. You know that when the husband, because we're big babies. I mean,
you
we get
did
a
pretty
cold.
good. I mean, you had your moments, but I think you did pretty good.
Well, I didn't have
considering-
a cold. I just
That's true, but I mean, you had surgery.
yeah, it was cool. I got stabbed 4 times.
I don't know that this is something to be bragging about. It's not like, hey, all, let's go get our gallbladders taken out. Like, you really, I know, even though the doctor, gosh, what was it, your nurse, was just like, I don't understand, why anybody in the IE still has a gallbladder.
That was one of the surgeons. It was somebody in the surgery.
Oh my
surgery
gosh.
room.
I was like, are you serious?
It is pointless. I mean, when you
No,
look
I'm
into it.
sorry. We are all made the way we're made for a reason,
Oh, it
with all
happens.
the bits and pieces.
Yeah, I'm all right with it. I'm fine with it. The
Well,
way that
now,
I feel
because
great.
you don't have the pain anymore.
I don't regret
I don't
it.
know.
I'm fine. I function just the same, so I don't see a problem.
And
I mean,
then-
if my kids need a kidney, I will give it up for them in a
you
heartbeat.
you found out after the fact that your dad had his gallbladder removed.
Yeah, his bursted and he was in the hospital for over 2 weeks.
But
and
you
he got
didn't
really bad.
remember that while
I
it was
didn't know.
happening.
No, this is when we
Oh.
weren't talking.
Okay, and then also your stepmom had her gallbladder removed like a million years ago.
Yeah, she's another person that says that thing's just there to cause problems. Like it's pointless.
Yeah, they all told him, and then my aunt, I guess I didn't even know when one of my aunts had her gallbladder removed. My grandma had her gallbladder removed. I had no idea because I guess that side of my family's always in the hospital for one thing or another, so it just never dawned on me why they were in the hospital. But I remember my grandma and my aunt ate everything, and
Yeah.
they told you that you can eat whatever you want also.
Yeah, everyone's like, yeah, you can go. I mean, not immediately,
Immediately.
but like slowly and see how your body takes it. And so far, the only thing that I've noticed that I have a hard time with is tomatoes.
Tomatoes and tomato sauce.
Yeah, tomato sauce. It's tomato. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it's acid or what, but
Well,
it
have you
just-
tried fresh
just feel
tomatoes?
like yeah. I tried.
Okay.
It's something, I don't know. It just feels kind of like a
The
little bit of a
acidity?
heartburn. Yeah, like acid. Yeah, but
Interesting.
it's just a matter of time. I'll get over it. But yeah, so that was a fun one. Everybody got sick, and then I was like, yeah, we should record because it's going to be our anniversary, and we always put out something right at Christmas and for New Year's, and like I said, even our New Year's Day. I mean, you and the baby were
I
still
was in
sick,
bed with a
so.
fever for New
So
Year's.
yeah, it was pretty boring. We were home because the conditions for everyone. So I went back to work, and then I heard that it was a common thing. Everybody's down with this. I guess they're saying it's kind of like a swine flu
I haven't
or
heard that at
bird
all.
flu,
I've
whatever
just
the
heard
hell.
it's a flu. I haven't heard
Yeah,
swine,
it's
pig,
going around.
I haven't heard
Everybody's getting
nothing.
down for the count. So that sucks.
And some people are sinus congestion, whereas others actually are getting bronchitis and pneumonia. Like that's like in my office. I was out for almost 2 weeks right from the office, and then I go back to work, and I wish I had just stayed home because everyone in the office was, if not sniffling, coughing.
And
You know,
what's the funniest thing about it? It's not like our winter was horrible like other years. It was a nice, cool weather. It wasn't
Yeah.
cold. It wasn't hot.
There's
It
no
was
snow
just,
yet, even.
yeah, it's just like whatever. And then I think everything's kind of going back to normal for us in our life. And then like other just stuff around, like the cities and
winds
LA
and
and the wind, the
fires
fires, yeah, the fires affected us in the way that we lost a lot of electricity around us. We were lucky that our grid was not affected.
But that wasn't the fires, though. That was the wind.
Yeah, but that was, well, yeah, I guess so.
Because we're too far from that. Like, we're not near LA.
Yeah, we're not near LA, but for some reason they still, I don't know how the hell they connect us. I don't know if we supply part of the energy. I don't know how that.
No, we live in a high fire area. Like the area we live in, we had to buy a generator because in previous years we've actually had our power turned off because of the high winds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were just in standby when we had these like Santa Ana's going through, just in case they had to turn off our power. Everyone's ready with their generators, but luckily our particular area did not get shut off.
Like literally a block from us, the darkness started.
Yeah.
And it went for, I want to say 5 miles to 10 miles.
Yeah, my brother even had his power shut off, and he lives up in the mountains.
So yeah, it's hilarious. But yeah, so stuff like that. So it sucked. It's been crazy, and yeah, so that's
Getting to school with all the stop signs, all the stoplights flashing was not fun. But anyway, we're back to normal, and then we're both.
Yeah, and then my wife really didn't want to record also because stuffiness and just
I just don't like the way I sound. I don't hear myself well.
Yeah, you're saying that you still can't taste well.
I still can't smell. I'm actually afraid of being able to smell because every now and then I get a whiff of something, and I am not pleased with the scents in my house, whether it's like a stinky dog or cat litter, or I walked into our bedroom the other day and I was like, why does it smell like vinegar in our room? But then, I remind myself my nose isn't working, so I don't know. I'm afraid of what our house really smells like right now because I can't smell.
I just smell dust, and when I smell it, I start dusting.
Well,
and sweeping and
the
mopping.
dogs don't help with that.
But, yeah.
Bringing dirt in from outside.
So yeah, guys. So there it is. So that's a quick little catch up of what's going on with us. And then most definitely, I was thinking that the other day. I was like, well, you know what? It was our 2-year anniversary, and we didn't record anything, and I feel bad. And I really want to continuously like record something. I know you say sometimes we're rambling on, and it's because we haven't had time to research something, because we always have like, oh, we should talk about this or we should talk about that. We never get around to like researching it, but I just want to continue to put it out there. Eventually, it's out there, it's there. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that a lot of people, one or two maybe, like you're saying, a lot of people listen, but they probably wondered if we just called it quits. Most podcasts, when we did our research, we found that usually couples last about a year.
I think so. I think that was the average. Sometimes not even a full year.
Right. And And they cover. I've seen some that cover try to cover subjects, and they can see repetitive, and they talk about, you know, how do they met, or what are their fights, or their finances, or how often they get nookie, or
But I think
things with the
people like
kids.
that. Like some of the podcasts I listen to, I know you don't care for them because you don't care for the banter between the husband and wives. But they usually have like a set subject that they're talking about. And, there are sexual innuendos and jokes about their family life and where the wife gets all serious and just like gives him dirty looks and he like retracts whatever he said. But, I think people, I don't know. I'm not like that. You're like this.
No,
Like you
but
behave so you limit a lot of your thoughts.
oh no, yeah, yeah. Because a lot of times I kind of want to have conversation with you, and then sometimes my double meaning or my jokes get under your skin, and you're annoyed, and you're like, people don't want to hear that. You're kind of moody at times, so I don't know what sense of humor you are. And then when you go to editing, you cut a lot of crap off, and I'm like, and then I get
Well,
upset because
I
that was a good joke, and you're like, no, it wasn't. That was rude, or that was crude, or So it's kind of like,
I tend to cut out I try to cut out all the ums and the all these weird sounds that we make because I just find it annoying to listen
yeah, but see,
to.
sometimes is like it takes so long for the editing because you have such a busy schedule and you go through that's what sometimes puts out the podcast will come out so
I don't
much
know.
later.
I don't know people who don't edit. Like there's no podcast that I listen to that doesn't process through some type of editing or
But I
have an
do.
editor.
See, but I do.
And
They
that's the
have producers,
difference.
they have everything, but they like people have asked them, it's like, no, we usually is one take. Like it's one take we record
Yeah,
and
it's
boom,
one
it's
take
out.
two for us, and then it gets edited.
Oh, but people listen to put it out within hours after recording. So.
Well, I mean, I also listen to people who record like 20 episodes ahead of time,
And that's the other
and
thing. You're talking about couples and everything, and there's a lot of couples, right? And I'm sure that the people that listen to us are in a relationship, and so they know what it's like to be in a relationship and how to bicker and argue about just the most random shit. So I'm pretty sure they don't also want to hear the same shit to what they're listening to. It's like, I just got done arguing with my significant other. Why the hell do I want to hear another couple
well, I
fucking
don't.
arguing?
I always edit when we argue.
And then our son is always telling us like, no, 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 leave it, leave it. Maybe those are the good ones. Maybe that's what people want to hear. So,
I wouldn't doubt it.
and then I'm sure, like, yeah, and I'm sure there's a couple of haters out there. Mainly me, I guess.
I'm like, I
Like
got
that
what
people
hater?
that have that hate towards me or jealousy towards me.
I don't
That
know
they would love
how.
to hear something like that.
Oh, well, I guess we. Okay, I guess more people must be listening to us that matter than I'm aware of.
You all matter, people.
I mean,
all
like,
of you matter.
like opinion. Like, honestly, people who
Don't
do
judge
this.
her. She just says things. She doesn't think sometimes.
But-
she just talk to talk.
but
and
the people who
she
do
didn't mean it.
podcasts-
I appreciate you for
The
listening.
people who do podcasts don't really care what people think about what they say. I mean, I definitely do think a little bit about what people think about us. I mean,
A little.
well, the crudeness, at least, out of it sometimes. I don't know. I just don't want to sound stupid. You know what I
you're
mean?
like, okay, so we're old, right? So here's the thing, we're kind of like Paul Abdul and that cat.
We don't look like them at all. There's no way I look
No,
like
I
Paula
look
Abdul,
like the
but-
guy that probably ate Paula Abdul and the cat.
But I mean,
As I get older, right? Like, oh man.
yeah, I mean, we are definitely, and we've discussed this before. So if you're a new listener, we are very opposite in our personalities and the things we like. We got a few things we like together. Otherwise, I don't think we could live together, for as long as we've been together. But we have similar tastes in very select things.
Yeah, mainly 4 things, and those are our 4 children.
I don't know. Some days
Yeah, but
our taste in our children varies too. Who's your favorite child today?
yeah. I started the whole rankings thing, like the rankings have changed. Every time somebody says something stupid or they do something dumb, I'm like, the
well.
rankings have changed.
Well, I mean, for those of us who are just tuning in, we have a 16-year-old who's a junior in high school. We have a 12-year-old who's in 7th grade. We have a 8-year-old who's in 3rd grade, and we have a 6-year-old who's in 1st grade. So
Yes,
it's a big gap.
We didn't stop after one.
Yeah, it's a big gap between the first 3, but and I shouldn't say but with that, it's not just the age difference between all the kids, it's also the definite personalities that we are dealing with.
Yeah, and it goes boy, boy, girl, girl. Mm-hmm. And yeah, definitely personalities. All 4 of them are very different personalities.
Yeah.
Different points of views, and they've all got like a piece of each of us, right?
Even though some days, I swear, these kids are not ours because of the things that come out of their mouth. I'm just like, who taught you to think that way? Because that wasn't us.
Yeah, yeah. I still sometimes I'm like, I need a DNA test on that oldest one, but but I see him and I'm like, but he looks so much like me. Like he reminds me, his mannerisms are a lot like me. The second one I can't deny him because he does a lot of things like my dad, but he has my mouth. Like he's so quick at trash talking. And ruthless too. You know, like no filter.
I know, and you get mad at him,
feelings.
and then all I can see you is shaking your head, like, God dang it.
He makes me laugh a lot. Like deep down inside, I'm just cracking up. He's hysterical. And then our daughter, she reminds me a lot of my wife, like look wise. But now that she's getting older, I see like she's a sore loser like her dad, and she's very competitive like her dad. And definitely has my temper. And then our baby, she's just a sweetheart. She's all my love, all my affection, like all my sweetness. I think it's on her, but definitely her brains, her way of thinking, it's all mom. So and a lot of things that way, yeah.
And she loves me more right now.
No, she doesn't.
I saw your eyes get all mad there. I think she does it on purpose.
Well, out of all, like as I said it before, she's the one that was always like daddy, daddy, daddy since day one. So it sucks now that she's been all about mommy.
Yeah, that's why I got sick and he didn't, because she was all about me while she was sick instead of being all about her dad.
Yeah.
And I'm the germaphobe. I'm the one who hates being around the kids when they're sick. And you're the one who's like, I don't care. I'll lick the same spoon they used, even though they're all boogery and sick. And I'm like, ugh, gross. Don't touch me when you're sick.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the affectionate dad. I'm the very hugging.
He's going to be, if we ever have grandchildren, he's going to be that doting, spoil the kids, grandkids.
I might steal
granddad.
them.
Yeah, he might even kidnap them and tell them, you don't know what you're doing, I'll raise them.
Yeah.
Type of thing. I'm going to be like,
definitely they're going to be
raised
saying, like, you never treated me like that. You see, I'm going to be that grandpa.
Oh, no, I'm not
going to be my
that
dad.
Grandma.
I'm going to be my dad.
You're going to be your dad?
I'm going to be my dad. Oh, my goodness. My dad was such a hard ass, and he was so strict. And I remember when the boys were around him, they were getting candies and Twinkies and stuff like that. And I was like, wait, what? And you like scolded me for
being so strict on with them.
And I was like, well, what are you talking about? I never spanked you. It's like, what? So, yeah, I'm going to be my dad probably, most likely.
Yeah. No,
Spoiler.
Not.
Spoiler alert.
I'll be happy. Well, I say that, right? I say all this now that I'm in the midst of it, and who knows how I'll actually feel when I'm older. I don't know. I honestly, can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I think people don't care about listening to us ramble.
That's fine. I mean,
like, I feel like maybe this year we need to focus on like actual themes. Okay. So it's just something that, I don't know, people let us know. Like if you're listening to this, and just chime in on us, because my husband and I definitely have different opinions on this because he listens to different things than I do. And I feel like the audience would prefer something more focused. And I think we've mentioned this before. I don't really feel we've gotten much feedback though on the subject. Whereas you're more of a go with the flow type of person, and you like to just
No,
talk
yeah,
about
sure. I
anything
mean,
and everything.
if most definitely, if you want to like add themes to it, then that's fine. The only thing is that, especially as your schedule is, I know you like to do a lot of research. So if we've taken about 2 months to put anything out, it's going to take another 6 months before we put something out.
Well, look,
Please submit what subjects you would be interested in listening. Like, what do you
we'll
want to hear?
start this over because I think we asked this like in the very first couple episodes we ever posted.
Well, we
It was
always
like,
do. I mean, we
what do you guys
want to
wanna
be
hear?
engaging, but you're saying that you want to have themes, you want to have a subject.
I
So
want to have subjects like that people are interested in here. Like, do you really want to hear about our fights and how we deal with them? Do you want to hear about, some type of disciplinary thing with our kids? What do you want to hear about? Like, my background professionally, I graduated as an HHP, holistic health practitioner, but I am far from practicing lately. I when I remember that I know these things, I'll go deep dive into some research to refresh my mind.
but that's something you like to do. You
Yeah,
enjoy it.
yeah.
When you go
So-
to researching stuff that
And
you're
and
interested
you're
in,
and you're
yeah.
super good at all the knowledge that it comes to the carnivore lifestyle and all that stuff that you were doing and body weight, I shouldn't say bodybuilding, weightlifting and sports, and that's like your thing, right? That's all things you're really good at talking about, and mechanics and cars and me, it's more the holistic and spiritual stuff. And honestly, we don't talk about any of that on here. I think we've touched on it every couple of maybe 5 episodes total. We've talked about these things.
I'll touch you anytime, baby. You should say so.
Yes, every day. I know it's every day.
That's a subject we can talk about too.
That's another subject right there. The fact that life before kids and life after kids.
Yeah.
That's is definitely something that I think a lot of parents go through.
Oh, life without the kids was crazy. There's a reason people are so skinny.
To get a lot of exercise.
Yeah,
before the kids are born.
a lot of hip rotation.
I wonder if that's why those moms who
And
are
then
always
like
out
constantly,
jogging
nonstop,
and stuff like that because they
like, so
gotta
they're all sucked up.
get that
all
adrenaline
drained.
somehow because they don't have time
Yeah.
to do other things.
I think for moms, honestly, like part of the reason why the body changes too is because they're always eating the baby's leftovers. As they have
Yeah, I
kids, they
don't
leave the food.
know.
It's like, they don't even order food. They're like, oh, here, I'll
I
just eat out of the kids' plate.
I always say I know like all these moms who are like working out and they make time for themselves, and I'm just like, if you're making time for yourself, where do your kids' schedules and homework and dinner and where does all that fit into it? And I think I have like one mom friend. She gets up like at 4 a.m. to do her workouts before she clocks into work. She also works from home, but still but she still gets her workout in before her day starts, type of thing. And that way she's like, and then I'm free by noon, or whatever time she's free, so I can like spend time with my kid in the afternoon. Gosh darn it. I just don't have the type of motivation to be up at 4 a.m. because I'm usually not getting to bed till like midnight, So it's kind of like, when am I supposed to sleep?
Well, the next question is, how many kids does she have?
1.
Yeah, see, so that's another one. That's another thing. Like, it's how many kids you have, because you have 4 kids that are asking for your attention and your time and your devotion and your help with their homework, or can I have a snack? Can I have dinner? Can I have this? Can I have that? My friend told me this, or look at my Fortnite skin, or look at my.
You stay up and watch this show with me, or Mom, I have to read this book, but I know there's a movie about it. Can we watch the movie together?
Yeah,
like, that still means you have to read the book, buddy.
right. And you tell me the difference between them,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Or how about the other night when all of them were asking me for help, and you too pipe in for help, and I was just uber frustrated. Not at you. I know it wasn't your fault. But it was just literally every child was asking me to help them with their homework. And then my husband was asking me to help him with his homework. And I just about blew a gasket.
Yeah, the only difference is that they're your children, so they stay quiet and they don't do anything. And I have like a short fuse, so I started going off.
Yes.
I was like, get out of here with your attitude. I asked you for something. I don't need your attitude. Get away. And then you're like, oh, no, fuck off.
Yep, that's what happened. And then I don't think we talked to each other the rest of the evening.
Yep.
And I went to bed, and you went to bed, and that was that.
And in my language, the moment "fuck off" comes off, it's literally fuck off. The fuck you go.
Anyway, so these are all possible subjects that we can delve into a little deeper.
You're gonna bleep those by any chance? Like,
I don't know. This
off.
is going fine.
I wonder how people are gonna like. Oh, wait, what is that?
The bleeps.
Yeah, but yeah, guys. So there's just wanted to say hi. Want to let you guys
Yeah,
know that
we're
we're
still
still
here.
here. Ain't going nowhere. Call us herpes. We'll pop out where you least expect it.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible. That's a horrible analogy. Blech. Gross. I'm sorry if you're one of these people that gets herpes on your lips, but it really grosses me out.
No, cut it out. I don't know. No offense.
I mean,
realize
I
a lot of
know
people have
there's a
this,
lot of
but
people who have it, but
it's just a joke. You know, my wife
so
saying
gross,
that I censor myself a lot. There you go. Okay, there's part of my sense of humor.
how I feel about your mustache. Blech. Blech. Like Mordecai.
How dare you insult my mustache? My manly Panchovilla mustache. My Mordecai mustache.
Not even. You wish you had Mordecai's mustache.
My whiter mustache. And this is how you know, ladies, when you have a good man. Because if he has a patience to grow a beard, he has a patience for your crazy ass. Just saying.
Where'd that theory come from?
Man to know. And if you're single, there you go. Look for a guy with a beard. According to my kids, only bad guys have beards. So,
I mean, they have been questioning that lately. Why do all the bad guys have beards in the movie?
because we're all pirates.
We're all pirates. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a
Well,
quick
thank
one.
you guys for chiming in, and just listen out for us in the future.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Have a good night.
Take care. Thanks for the love and support.
Bye-bye.
Bye.